Hi, Dyslexic Genius here. What I'm going to talk about is a speed control on the Victor phonograph and this leather piece and how to replace it. And the leather I buy it from the phonographshop.com because he has a good product, and I don't buy it by the inch, but I buy a whole bunch of inches. Now I'm going to show you how to do it. You're going to need something hard to cut leather with and a straight razor, a drill, and a very small drill bit, and a pair of pliers, and that's about it. So what we're going to do first is we're going to drill out the leather, and sometimes the drill walks around. So the trick is to stick the drill, and you want this drill at least half the size of the thickness of the leather. And you can just find a little drill, something that works for you. The drill walks a little on that, so then you'll push this out, and that'll just come out like that. And that's the old leather destroyed. And now we have this hole with a gap here. So now what we have to do is this side and this side, we have to bend them out. So I have one already mounted in the vise to show you. And you have to be very careful when you do this. You're going to come in and you're going to take a pair of needle nose and just bend that out a little, and take this one and you're going to bend that one out. Now what happens is, now that we've opened this up, we need to, and we're going to close it back up, we're going to file it down a little to give it some space when we clamp. So I take a jeweler's file like this and just do a little like that. Now you're just going to take this over, and we're going to cut a piece of leather real quick here. So we know we need at least 1/8 of an inch, so we'll cut like 1/4 inch of this off. Roughly right there where my fingernail is. Now what you want to do is look at the leather, and you're going to come down with a straight razor like a guillotine and make it flat. Now we have a nice flat edge that's going to hit the governor like this. So then we're going to take this and we will insert this in here. So we have to go back to the vise. I got to open it up a little more to get it in.
Couldn't you have stuck the whole length of leather in there?
I could have, yeah.
And then cut off an end?
Mm-hmm. And you have to know now the flat side goes out this way because this is the speed control and this is where the governor is. So you get it out a little more. And you push it through like that. And you take your little ruler.
But aren't both sides flat?
Mm-hmm. No, this side's a little off. We'll give it a little more right there. And we got that in there like that. Now we're just going to take it because it's...
Why wouldn't you clamp it while it's in the vise?
Oh, I'm going to use the vise to clamp it.
Oh, I see.
So now we're just going to take this. And you see how that seals it? And now we're ready to go. We have a flat side. And now we have a little extra on this. You can cut this off if you want to. I will later. Now, before we redo this, put this all back together, what we're going to do is we're going to pre-oil it and let the oil soak in.
Why?
Because now the oil is going to load into the leather, and then this will make the speed control work a lot better. Now what you can do, we'll come in here. Cut off the end, and that's all there is to it in adding a piece of leather for your speed control. And this works for most phonographs. They're set up like this. Some of them, like Brunswick's, they screw in. They have threads. Like a Edison Triumph, you kind of taper the end down and it screws in because it's threaded to hold it in place better. And then if you have a speed control with the tachometer and the little pointy arrow, and you pull this piece of mechanism out, this is where the pointy arrow works, you can replace this leather too the same way. But you'll have to be very careful in doing this. You can clamp the vise this way on these. You really don't have to take it apart. You can just come in here, gently clamp it like that in a vise, and then you can drill this out, open this up, put a new one in, and the speed control still stays assembled. And that'll be very easy. And this one here is a very, very small piece of leather, and it kind of looks like this. And you can replace this piece too. But 99% of the time, this doesn't wear out. It's the speed control. It's a very simple fix. If you're doing a rebuild, you should replace the leather, and that's my tip for the day.